some of you. But welcome to I totally missed my mark because of that meaning of the ship there. Welcome to our military appreciation and gathering. How about a round of applause for all of our service personnel out there, wherever you are. This is an opportunity. We do this event because this is an opportunity for us to not only say thank you, but shine a light and appreciate those who have served and those who are currently serving. We also want to talk to we also want to shine a light on our veterans as well, to make sure that you know that we know you're here. We have not forgotten about you, and just remind you of how much you inspire people around you all the time. So let's jump right into it. I have a person that's going to come up on stage here in just a moment. She is a member of your amazing playlist performers and playlist cast. They will perform four more shows for you this cruise, including tonight's amazing Motor City show. So please put your hands together and make some noise for Ileana, please. Ileana has agreed and offered to do our national anthem. So if I can have everyone please stand for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Ileana. That was a chance to see her back on stage again tonight at 7:30 and 9:30 in our Motown inspired show, Motor City. Now, we are going to be bringing awareness and celebrating these 6 branches of service. Yes, 6, no longer 5. And we are now in a day and age where we are now seeing our country being defended by our very own Space Force. Right? Yeah. We've seen that on TV so many times, it's actually happening right now. And we've had a couple of family members of some Space Force officers here on board. Obviously, they didn't give us much information because there's a lot of classified, but it's just amazing that we are here seeing this happening before our eyes right now. So before we get started, I just want to make sure we know, where are my Army people at? Army people, where you at? Stand on up, stand on up. All right, let's clap it out, everybody. Stay standing, stay standing. This is for you. Come on. Applause for all of our Army personnel in the room. Thank you all for your service. But we're not done yet. Where am I hand up? Because this is for you as well. Come on, Marines, where you at? Let's back it up for the Marines. Come on. We got another one right here. minute, sir. I know you and this gentleman are the only two Marines in this room, but you know what I'm getting ready to ask you to do. On the count of three, both together. 1, 2, 3. Hoorah! Yeah, right back at you. They're the only ones that'll bark at you when you walk into a room. Thank you both, and any other person out there who knows the Marines, thank them for their service. Now, where are my Navy people at? Navy people, go ahead and stand up, because this is for you as well. Come on. Let's clap it out for me. Here we go. How about another round of applause for all of our Navy? Yes, thank you, and thank you again. We could not do this without the Air Force. Where's the Air Force? Stand up. Where are my Air Force people at? There we are. There you are. Because this is for you as well. Here we go, everybody. Once again. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, running high into the sun. In the dawn, we meet our honor at voice in the dawn. Down we rise, silently thunder, off the run of the course. We live in vain, around and brave, nothing stopped the USA. Once again, how about a round of applause for all of my Air Force people in the room? That's right. Thank you. Now, this next group of, this next branch of service, rarely ever come on board. And it could be because they spend most of their life on a ship. So why would they go on vacation on a ship? Okay? So, but they are the ones who was coincidentally here yesterday, making sure we are doing everything we're supposed to do to keep you safe at sea. And that is the U.S. Coast Guard. Do I have any Coasties in the room? I got a Coast Guard. I got 2 of them. This is definitely for you guys as well. Come on. Let's march it out for them. Here we go. Let's clap it out, everybody. Together. We got Coasties. Once again, how about a round of applause for our Coast Guard here? Thank you much for showing up. You are probably, in the 2 months I've been on board, numbers 3 and 4 that have actually been on board, okay? But yeah, y'all were here just giving us our Coast Guard inspection yesterday, which will hence why we were a little bit delayed getting you on board, because they just wanted to make sure they were checking everything. And maybe you saw some people walking around in their all blues checking us out yesterday. So we set sail, so my guess is we passed. But the Coast Guard is actually the service that the branch of service I actually wanted to get into. I took my ASVAB, I did my physical, but having had asthma as a kid, I did go for my exam, I did go for the test, and unfortunately, my lungs don't do what they need to do to serve. So, but Carnival took me, so I still made it on the ship. Now what that means is that I can get you to the lifeboats, but we ain't going no further than that, okay? After that, we gotta drive that bad boy. But we also now have our Space Force up here, so how about a round of applause for anybody out there, part of our Space Force. As I said before, we did have a couple of family members on board that represented their family that is out there in the Space Force. But unfortunately, we don't have a song from them just as yet. Obviously, it's brand new. So my guess is that when they do come up with a song, it'll be out of this world. So I do want to recognize I saw what I did there, right? You saw what I did there? Dad joke central right here. Okay. I do want to recognize a couple other groups, including the United States Public Health Service for their quick responses to any public health crises. Of course, our National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration for always giving us the heads up, keeping us safe, and letting us know what the weather conditions are going to be like, including today's, which will last through tomorrow afternoon. Just to give you a heads up, okay? And, of course, other uniformed service members as well. There's another couple of groups I want to talk about. Civilian personnel. Do we have any civilian personnel in the room? Please stand up. Civilian personnel, stand up. Stand up. Yep. We talk about your service as well and recognize you for your service too. So how about a round of applause for our civilian personnel out there? Thank you. Thank you for your service also. And then Allied Forces. Do I have any Allied Forces? Oh, stand up, sir. Stand up. That's right. It's giving me goosebumps because I don't get it very often to recognize Allied Forces. What country?
Canada.
Canada. And what branch of service?
Army.
What's that?
Army.
Army from Canada. Y'all give them a round of applause. These are our brothers and sisters that we will eventually have to fight alongside. Thank you for being here and thank you for your service. Yes, sir? Thank you for your service. And maple syrup. Of course, we do have our military families. Military families. I need you to stand up for just a moment. Everybody give our military families a round of applause. Stand up. Stand up. Military families, stand up. Because I want to say something to you and about you. Stand up. One of the things, stay standing, one of the things that I've learned, and it's from the personnel here in the room, is that when they serve, you serve. When they serve, you serve. And it's not only do you support and serve our members of the military, you serve each other and you help each other. The bond between military families is something that I've never seen before, and it isn't replicated anywhere else. When someone else has someone overseas or not at home, you take care of them. They take care of each other. They take care of you. When someone loses somebody, the whole neighborhood comes around that you didn't even know, that come around and take turns taking care of because they had to do that for my family. One of the things that these military personnel have taught me is that if it wasn't for you, there would be no them. You remind them that they will not be forgotten, that there's home waiting for them, and that somebody loves them in this world, and to remember to stay strong. It is your service to our members of the military that make us strong. Because as I said before, without you, there would be no them, and without them, there would definitely be no us. So thank you to our military families for your service to our military men, our military personnel. Thank you so much. How about another round of applause for our military families? I'm going to honor some veterans at this point. I'm going to go through a few conflicts. And if you were a part of that conflict, please stand up and take your well-due round of applause, yes? So first thing I'm going to ask for is that ever so often, we have a World War II veteran here on board. I don't know if we have one now, but I always ask because whenever we get the pleasure, privilege, and opportunity to be in a room with a World War II veteran, because there's very few of them left, we definitely want to honor them. So at this time, do I have any World War II veterans in the room? Any World War II veterans in the room? Okay. Do I have any Korean War veterans in the room at this time? All right. Do I have any Vietnam veterans in the room at this time? Please stand up. Please stand up for 1 second, please. Just for a moment. Soak that in. I want to say something to you. And I want to say something to the audience. First of all, these individuals did not get the welcome that they needed, as well as the one that they deserved. Because it seemed like back then, we forgot one very important thing, that these were the ones we got back. So we have to celebrate them. And I know the treatment that you received was not one that you deserved, but I can tell you this, we may not be where we should be as a country, but at least we are not what we were. We hold these events to recognize you and remind you that you have not been forgotten, you will not be forgotten, and it is to remind you of how much you inspire people on a daily. There are people in this room that have joined because of our Vietnam veterans, every day. You are an inspiration. And we forgot that you were doing your job then. And they only wanted two things. Two things. First one, a simple welcome home. And secondly, just a thank you for your service. So I will stand here representing over 40,000 team members across our fleet to say thank you for your service and welcome home. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Do I have any Gulf War veterans in this room? Gulf War veterans, please stand up. How about a round of applause for our Gulf War veterans? Some of you might stay standing for a little minute. Desert Storm veterans, stay standing or stand up. I thought so. All right. Operation Iraqi Freedom. Okay. Thank you very much. Stay standing. Thank you very much. Operation Enduring Freedom. Thank you. Afghanistan veterans, please stand up. Afghanistan. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Do you have any other conflicts that you would like for me to mention at this time that I have not?
Operation Inherent Resolve.
Operation Inherent Resolve. Yes, thank you for your service. And what else? Okay. At this time, I want to recognize those who are no longer with us. And if I'd like to ask you to join me in a moment of silence. Thank you, everyone. Our president of our company, Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine Duffy, president of Carnival Cruise Line, and I would like to thank you not only for cruising with us, but for attending this special tribute we put together to honor those who have served or are currently serving in our military. Military service is very near and dear to me personally, as my father and all of my uncles served in the U.S. Armed Forces. My dad was in the Army, and my three uncles served in the U.S. Air Force, Navy, and Marines. My stepfather was a Green Beret, and now our son Sean, who I'm so proud of, is currently in law school and planning to join the service as a JAG when he graduates. I have personally witnessed the honor and dedication of military men and women and the sacrifices made by their families, and I am humbled by those who are willing to give so much to preserve and protect our freedoms. At Carnival Cruise Line, we have been a big supporter of military families, and I am very proud to say that we carry more active and retired military personnel than any other cruise line in the world. My first official event as president of Carnival was in February of 2015, where I had the opportunity to be in Galveston, Texas to commemorate the start of cruises on Carnival Freedom. During this special celebration featuring country music star Martina McBride, we kicked off our partnership with Operation Homefront. This partnership has endured, and we have continued to provide charitable support to Operation Homefront. Their mission is to build strong, stable, and secure military families so they can thrive in the communities they have worked so hard to protect for us. With more than 3,200 volunteers nationwide, Operation Homefront provides assistance to military families through food and housing, as well as a variety of financial aid services. And country music superstar Carrie Underwood, we introduced our Honor Family Fund program. This was a year-long program that not only raised funds for Operation Homefront, but we were able to give many military families the opportunity to sail with us on Carnival Vista and attend Carrie's concerts. We also chose Deshauna Barber as the godmother of Carnival Vista. Deshauna is the first active duty U.S. military officer to wear the Miss USA crown. I had the privilege of spending time with Deshauna during the naming ceremony in New York, and she is truly an extraordinary young woman. During the ceremony, she spoke about her time in the military, the importance of supporting our servicemen and women, and how important it is to spend time with our loved ones. Let's take a look.
I am humbled and proud and honored and inspired all at the same time. As a daughter of a retired Master Sergeant who served in U.S. Special Forces, I know what it's like to have a parent in the military. I serve as a commander right now, and it has its ups and downs. I have soldiers that I need to take care of, and that's why when I won Miss USA, I made my platform PTSD care and PTSD awareness and providing PTSD resources for our soldiers. What we do as military is very important. And when the days get hard, you have to think about days like this where you have organizations like Carnival Cruise Line and Operation Homefront that do what they need to do to appreciate our soldiers and the sacrifices that they have made and their families have made.
I hope all of you have enjoyed this special event today as much as we at Carnival enjoyed honoring you for your service. We thank you for spending your vacation with us, and on behalf of the entire Carnival family, we hope you and your loved ones had an extraordinary time here on your Carnival cruise, because you deserve it. Thank you.
She is absolutely right. You do. Let's do it. Clap for that. This next portion is what we call an open forum. And anyone in this room, up top or down below, to share any information on support and or services for any of the families or personnel in this room. You can also honor someone if you like. You can also just simply say thank you to the personnel or the people in this room. You can share whatever you like to share. But I will tell you this, we hold this event so early in the cruise so we can put you in the room with people just like you. Families that have gone through what you've gone through. Because I know sometimes your safe space is home and you like to share some things but you can't. Well, there's individuals in this room that I believe that would have no problem sitting, chatting, sharing a beer with you, or just listening with you. And I also want to remind you that today and every sea day, including today and the last sea day, at 3 o'clock inside the Truffles dining room will be a veterans table. You can have a seat, chat, talk over some soft breakfast sandwiches and food and coffee and tea, and you can just get to know one another, or maybe hopefully build bonds or connections that'll last beyond these 7 days. But nonetheless, it is available for you, and it starts right here. So it always takes just one person, and Stephanie will come around. She's got the microphone. She'll come around and give you the microphone to speak into, and anything you'd like to share, we will be very happy to hear it.